And welcome back to the Malteenoes Sports Complex ground here in the beautiful city of Georgetown. We're about to witness match number 17 of the Guyana T10 Blast between the Demerara Hawks and the Demerara Pitbulls. Earlier we had two Essequibo teams playing, and the Anacondas winning by 8 wickets with 2 overs to spare, getting up to 123 for 2 in 8 overs. And now we're about to witness the Hawks versus the Pitbulls. The Hawks would have won the toss and they've elected to bat. The umpires and the players are out in the middle, and we're going to have the first ball to be bowled by the Pitbull player, captained by Christopher Barnwell, I make it, and the Hawks will tell you about the composition of their side in a moment. But this is match number 17 and the second game on today on the national holiday, Labor Day, here in Guyana. And to all parts of the world, of course. Promises to be a good game, but the Demerara Hawks right now, they're at the bottom of the tables with 1 point, I make it, and that won't do them well. But the Demerara Pitbulls, on the other hand, as John Ramsing joins me, not a bad side, captained by Christopher Barnwell, who would have had a good match just recently. So they're beginning to pick up the tempo a bit, but the Hawks badly need some points, and it therefore means that they badly need a couple of victories. Good afternoon to you, John. Welcome.
Good afternoon, Afiki Soon. Good afternoon to everyone. Splendid conditions for cricket. And the teams in the middle for this game, Hawks and the Pitbulls, they know each other very well, first of all. So familiarity will breed some contempt. Look at this lineup here. Christopher Barnwell for the Pitbulls, Akshay Prasad. Opposite captains, Damon Vantel, Floyd Joseph, Jeremiah Scott, Jonathan Rampasad, Junior Sinclair, Keon Sinclair, Leon Swami, Malcolm Hubbard, Ronaldo Jeffrey, the wicketkeeper, and Sachin Singh. Formidable side for the Pitbulls.
Yeah, it's very balanced. Look at the Hawks. Akshay Prasad, the captains. You said David Williams, Garfield Benjamin, and Isaiah Thorne and others. But that's not a bad side. I think both sides have got some measure of balance. It's all about how they perform at the T10 level.
Yeah, if you look at the recent form, you see the Pitbulls there, but the Hawks are yet to feature really in terms of what they have been doing. The Hawks just have 1 point, and that's from an abandoned game. That's why they're right down at the bottom of the points table after 5 games. The Pitbulls in second position, 5 games, 3 victories, also an abandoned game. So they're now on 7 points. But the Anacondas, they're not in this game, but they're doing pretty well for themselves. Caimans, Jaguars, Piranhas, they're bunched up in the middle. So it's pretty much almost at the top, but right down at the bottom clash. Hawks, all to play for.
Right, so the Hawks versus Pitbulls, what? And they won batting first, 1 game. So we'll have to see how they'll shape up here. They decided to bat first, knowing that they're down at the bottom of the chart, so that tells the story. They want to put a good total on the tins. John, what do you anticipate in looking at that batting lineup and the team overall for the Hawks?
For the Hawks, they're pretty much top heavy with Akshay Prasad and his partner Joshua Prasad. With these guys at the top of the order, once they can get going, the Hawks can really put a good total on the board, and then as the bowlers will come back and defend that. But 10-10 is so unforgiving. This format, Matthew, sometimes you're up, next time you're down. The pendulum swings very quickly. But I think to be competitive, you need at least 120, like to bat yourselves into that safe position. We saw 110 earlier being chased down, really. So it means that you must get above that to be safe.
And the thing with the bowling department, too, of teams, when you play these formats, is that they've got to go out there with a lot of bravery. You look at runs here. Samson heads the charts, then Chandrapal Hemraj, Algu with 119, Barnwell 100, Barrington 97 along with Rajiv Ivan, and then you've got Akshay Prasad with 94, Perez 92, and you've got 2 others down the order there. But you look at Barnwell with 100 runs so far, so he's beginning to pick up. Look at the wickets column.
But while leading the charts with 9 wickets, Mikhail not too far behind. Then Garfield Phillips and Devon Lord left-arm spinners. Barnwell, who's the feet who will be in this game, is there on 6 scalps as well.
Yes, and you don't take for granted guys like Ronaldo, Ali Mohammed, who actually didn't perform that badly at all in the regional 4-day tournament.
Sixes, 179 of those, as opposed to 174 fours. But Chanapal Hemraj leading that fours race, but Quinton Sampson, 23 sixes, really we're miles ahead in terms of sixes race.
Yes, from Essequibo, eat a lot of good food up there, all the provisions and so on. That's why you can get those results as well with his skills.
Yeah, so Thaddeus Lovell with 6 catches, the most outstanding fielder so far. Savory with four dismissals behind, and a stumping is right behind him. So we're getting ready for action. Second match of the day. It's a Labor Day. It's Workers' Day, like they say, and it's a day that the laborers get to really relax a little bit. But as workers, Matthew Kisoon, we are working today.
Yeah, we used to tell a friend, and one of my friends is behind me now. He would know. We used to call one of our leaders in the church. We used to say to him, he's born on Labor Day, because he never stopped working. He's always working. So we said, my brother, you born on Labor Day. Well, Labor Day is a day to reflect on the rights of the workers around the world, what they're doing, what they deserve, what they don't deserve. But we're going to have Leon Swami starting the bowling attack. 10 matches on his belt. First ball. Outside the off stump. Just 3 wickets on this belt so far. Joshua Prasad is facing. And alongside him, Richie Loknath. A lot expected of Joshua Prasad down through the years. He hasn't quite performed.
Yeah, since coming back from the 19th World Cup with the West Indies in 2018. Yeah, many felt he would have gone on, but look at that. Just one score in double figures for him, 16. But he's much better than that.
Yeah, and then 7-7-1. So if he's batting at the top of the order, he has to do a lot of work for his side. Get him into a good position. They will pick up 2 runs here, down through the onside.
He's batting with a different partner now. Earlier I mentioned Akshay Prasad, the captain, usually the top of the order with him. And then you'll see that Prasad does the bulk of the scoring. Now, Richie Loknath is with him, hoping for a change of fortunes.
And Richie Loknath can bat, good all-round cricketer. The Hawks are looking for something special. That's guided away. That's gone for a boundary, is it? Or just one? Yeah, a single. Opens the face, guiding the ball away for another run.
This is test here, boys.
Loknath as well is looking for a score. Someone was not that comfortable. You get the impression from his body language, he's not finding his feet in this format.
Funny thing about T10 cricket, you've got to hit the ground running right away. It's not like T20, as we said earlier, Jeet and I were talking.
Finding his feet on that occasion, Richie Loknath was going to go high in the air, fall and stop. Deep outfield. Kind of heavy on that side, the far side of the ground. Maybe the bigger side of the ground as well.
When the ball drops in the outfield, it slows up. It doesn't race away towards the boundary, basically. So it's not I wouldn't say it's a very fast, lightning outfield. I know they did some work getting some of the grass off just about 2 days ago.
But Swami bowls the heavy ball. So that's what he is bringing to this game for the Pitbulls. Usually a hard worker. Getting an opportunity now. Goes into the mud a lot.
Joe Vanti, Joe, two alone. Right. Look at. Wait. Gone! Red ball!
A lot of pressure on you for a slot, eh? So you don't come up in this situation. 2 for about 10. Take you now?
Thanks. Yams.
Go down, Sam. Squeeze in the swami. I know. Finish up. Yeah. What you want there, right, goal? Right there, wrong, never get. Keep going here, boys.
Defensive stroke from the captain of the Demerara Hawks. Sinclair. Good commitment from Keon Sinclair this time. Still in over number 4. 13 for 3. Shaquille Williams. Loss of potential, but yet decided to stage a light. Do not want to chance it going to that man. The 2 catches are ready for Jeremiah Scott. Just do not want to be hitting in his area. With 1 delivery set to go in over number 4. Sinclair very stingy in this over. There goes Shaquille Williams. Hitting it in the long side of the ground and gets a maximum. 6 runs to finish over number 4. It's now 19 for 3 after 4. But the Hawks will need lots more boundaries to become competitive. Matthew.
Yes, John. Not a good power play. 19 for 3. They've lost 3. Loknath for 2. Joshua Prasad for 6. And Ali Muhammad, a first ball duck. Not really a good power play for them. They've been struggling. They're at the bottom of the tables in terms of points. But that was a good shot from Shaquille Williams. He's the club captain here at Malteenoes. And he knows his ground well. Very nice young man too. He needs to stay there and get some runs for the Hawks, along with Akshay Prasad, his captain. A lot expected of him. We know who Akshay is. But he needs a long run overall in Guyana's cricket. Needs a long run if he's going to show his class. But he's a good player. And they continue to maintain the right-hand left-hand combination.
In the meantime, Jonathan Rampasad comes into the attack. And he goes big. Umpire says 4 runs.
Two shot, my way.
So immediately, Akshay taking a liking to Jonathan Rampasad.
Yeah, they need a good score after losing 3 wickets in the power play period. That has set them back a lot because Ali Muhammad could hit the ball very hard, just face 1 ball. Joshua Prasad as well could hit the ball hard and Loknath. And they're all back in the pavilion.
Edge the way. Thick edge. That's going to run away. So Akshay usually opens the batting for this side, the Hawks. Now coming at number 4. Thick outside edge, 4 more.
But he would tell you he doesn't mind getting the boundaries once he doesn't give his wicket away. Yeah, but you can sense that the Hawks batting struggling a bit. Maybe throughout the tournament so far, the Guyana T10 Blast. And that's a wide. Look at that run rate. You're 6.46. And you're in the 5th over. That's not good for them at all.
Hey there.
Return comes in. Keeper doesn't take it. They're going to get a second. Nice backing up there from Jeremiah Scott. They picked up 2 for that. A lot of pressure on them here, John. If you're talking 48 as the lowest score in this tournament so far, at the rate they're going, they're not going to get too much past that.
That 48 came in 8 overs aside.
Hey there.
Contest at Enmore very early in the plot. Singles. Singles are important, but love to have boundaries. The Hawks don't want to lift off the Hawks with these maximums.
Yes, T10 cricket are always tricky. Very tricky sort of format. You've got to be on the go very early. You've got to be an improviser. You've got to be very creative with your shots. It's not easy, but that's what it's all about.
More runs. Umpire Nandkumar Shiv Sankar. No signals from the umpire, so runs to Shaquille Williams and the Demerara Hawks. Approaching the halfway stage of their innings in terms of overs. They want to get some more runs.
Right there.
But the bowling has been very impressive so far. Spot on. Rampasad, despite 2 overs early in the over, 14 runs. 5 gone, 33 for 3.
Suppose it's about how they take the last 5 overs from here. 30 balls. I'll be thinking 60 runs the least. 2 from each ball. That's how you do calculations in the shorter format of the game. If you get 60 under 33, well, you're getting close to 100. So that's how you've got to project yourself. Barnwell will come into the attack now. We know he's very experienced. This is what he likes. This is right up his alley, as we would say.
At this rate, Matthew, 66 runs is what they're going to get. They'll not be happy with that at all. The Hawks, remember they're in bottom position. Hawks are not accustomed being that low. They want to take full flight and start making that positive move on this run, on this point stable.
Maybe they're chicken hawks, as we would say. Some people say they're chicken hawks. They're not doing anything much as yet. But they're the Demerara Hawks and the Demerara Pitbulls. Barnwell into the attack, bowling around the wicket.
And that's what Akshay Prasad is going to do. Have a look first. That's his style.
I think one of the things about Akshay is that you want to see him as a more attacking batsman too. He's known to be a touch player, nudge the ball around. Now that's a good shot, is it? Let's see how far it's gone. That's a 6. That's a good shot. We're just talking about him. He needs to be more attacking. This is a different format, so you want to see the aggressiveness in him as a batter. What can you do when you're out there? You've got 4 overs and 2 balls to face. I'm the captain. I want to be there at the end. I need a score. I've got 20 from 13. Can I get 60 at the end of my innings?
Useful contribution so far. 32, 5, 4, 6, and 11 for the captain of the Hawks. Batting at number 4 today. And not at the top of the order like we've seen earlier. But still getting another start. So lots of the batting depends on Akshaya.
And that 4-6 had to be good. Had to be a good 4-6. The slow delivery from Barnwell that he deceives many batsmen with, or batters with.
Well, you remember, Akshay Prasad won a T10 tournament for Everest. There he goes, timing it nicely. And that is going to be another 6 for Akshaya, the talented left-handed batter.
Well, look at the replay. Overpitched outside the off stump. That deserved the treatment it got. That's 2 6s to Akshaya, you know. He needs a lot more of that. And he needs them in 6s as well, 6s or 4s. He's gone up to 26 from 15 balls. Caressing that. That was a masterful caress from Akshaya to pick up a boundary. 2 6s and a 4 in the over. Man, you couldn't ask for better. Look at that replay, John.
Yeah, the ball before was timing. Just look at this one. Placement. Just using the pace of Barnwell and steering it nicely backward of point.
You call that a classy shot. Very classy indeed from Akshaya.
Clipped away nicely. So without even trying, you can say 20 runs in that over.
That's one area he's very strong in on the leg stump. Don't mess with Akshaya Pasal on his leg stump at all. He'll put you away, just like that. Nice boundary. First on the offside, got it away for a classy boundary. Second one, strain on his pads, outside the leg stump. Worked it around the corner. 2 6s, 2 4s. Excellent from Akshaya.
Look at the high-rise buildings now in Georgetown. The last one, 20 runs. Before that, 14. Before that, 7. So it's increasing every time. So the modern Guyana is being built now, Mafiki, soon. 6 overs gone, 53 for 3.
But look at that, 34 from 17, Akshaya. Now, Shaquille Williams is on strike for over number 7. And he now also needs to pick up the pace. 4 overs left. 24 legal deliveries can produce at least 48 runs. If you go 12 and over. Floyd Joseph comes into the attack. He's got 2 wickets on this belt. 6 is his economy.
Just one game before this. So did not start in the tournament. But because the Pitbulls that started the tournament were not doing so well, they were changing players. Floyd Joseph came in. Last game, made an impression, and now seems as if he's holding on to that place.
Right, let's have a look at him. Bowling over the wicket to the right-handed Shaquille Williams. A little fumble at long on, but didn't encourage the batters to go for a second run. They just took the one there. The important thing is that Akshaya Prasad is back on strike. Shaquille not able to probably pick up the runs in that flowing manner that he would want to. So why not take the one, bring the captain who's looking in good touch back on strike.
Good bit of fielding and long on by Malcolm Hubbard. There is Akshay Prasad advancing and lifting him over wide long on. So 6 more.
His third 6, I believe. Mr. McGarrell. His third 6. That's for Akshaya. 40 from 18. He's got what, 3 boundaries, I think, or 2? 4 boundaries. So he's going good so far. The Hawks need him there at the end, to the end of the innings.
Classical batsman he is. This time swinging and missing. Momentum is with him. Blood is hot. So pulling and missing.
We've seen that on a few occasions, even in the first game. Sometimes the ball squats on you a bit here at Malteenoes. Sometimes you get that uneven bounce, right? You had a quick one that hit Perez, and then you got a few low deliveries that kept low as well that batters missed out on, including Chandrapal Hemraj. Look at that. That's gone. That's another one for Akshaya. That's another 6.
Outside the off stump. And there he was, quickly into position, latched onto it nicely. And then muscling it over that wide long on position. He's now really on the verge of another half century.
I'm wondering if Floyd Joseph is bowling a gentle medium here, because the way Akshay is going after him says that he's not threatening at all. Not that threatening at all.
Wicketkeeper Jeffrey, the young wicketkeeper, is also enjoying the shots. You can see him rehearsing what Akshaya had played recently. There are 4.5 centuries in this year's tournament already. He can get there as well, Prasad.
Saw him coming, advancing down the track, just pushed it a little wide of the off stump. He couldn't get to that. That's smart cricket there.
Jonathan Fu, Alex Algo, Quinton Sampson. We saw Raymond Perez today. So Akshaya can join that company. Barnwell as well in that group, or in that club, they say. So Akshay Prasad, classical batsman, showing that you don't need to be slugging to get big scores. Classical shots. And that was all along the ground. So nicely played again. Good control from the Everest left-hander.
Yeah, just one for that shot. 7 overs gone, 67 for 3. Shakil is on 10 and Akshay on 47. Akshay Prasad 47 from 22. Williams 10 from 8. Joshua Prasad 6 from 8. Keon Sinclair 2 for 4. Leon Swami 1 for 5. Junior Sinclair none for 10.
Sinclair bowled out. Quite handy spell from him. Economical. Not allowing the Hawks to get a big total. The Hawks need to get at least 110, 120, Matthew, to be competitive. How they will get there? They have to maximize the last 3 overs. Are we seeing some clouds coming in there, Matthew?
A bit high overhead. Dark but scattered. No threat of rain or so. Even though everyone in the country would tell you we need some rain now, the cricketers will say not yet.
Appeal for a quarter of wicket. Leon Swami starts over number 8. There's Prasad losing his shape slightly. I guess realizing he needs quick runs for his side.
Did that clip the pad or something? Had to be a noise there because no wide was signal too. Yeah, Swami's got some pace. Doesn't look that bad at all. I've seen him bowl, I think, right here at Malteenoes in a game.
Was a hard ball, you see?
Yes, that might have been a second division game that I umpired in.
Advancing again. Jonathan Rampasad is down on the boundary at long off. In fact, that's Damian Vantel. The experience of Damian Vantel.
Yeah, Malteenoes guy as well. And he's a very good encourager as well. He's encouraging lots of guys to get back into the game. I think like Toto Rambishun encouraged him a lot. It's working with him a lot. Seems to have a good eye for spotting cricketers who you can try to develop. Vantel misses his run. Swami will have to walk all the way back and then start all over again. Akshay Prasad, in the meantime, has gone past his highest of 46 so far in the tournament. So he's heading for a 52 away. John, he needs that. He needs that not only for himself, for his team, because his team needs a good score.
Nicely played, but a fielder coming around. Look at the take. Not seeing it on camera. But Jeremiah Scott again. How can you keep this man out of the game? It was hit high in the air to extra cover. And there was Jeremiah Scott coming around. And he had to put it a dive. And came up with it. So now wicket number 4 going down. Shaquille Williams gone. 68 now for 4. Good wicket to get now at this stage for the Pitbulls. Pitbulls really hunting quick wickets. To want to wrap this innings up quite easily. But Akshay Prasad not coming in the opening position like previously. Coming at number 4 and showing even at this late in the innings, he can really make a big impact.
Yes, he can. He's made the score a little bit decent, but still not what the Hawks would have wanted at this stage. At this stage, they should have anything like about 90-95. But they didn't get that tempo going from the start of the innings, and that would have let them down. He had to come out and right away get himself into stride. But he's done well. On the other hand, look at Jeremiah Scott, 3 catches on this belt in the deep. He's done well in the field so far.
Meanwhile, Neelan Cadogan has joined Akshay Prasad as captain. 68 for 4. 2 overs to go after this one. We're into over number 8.
Right now, over 3 more.
Yeah, Neelan Cadogan is a big hitter of the ball as well. Good all-rounder. Walks away. Not quite ready as yet.
Cadogan, we've seen what he can do. In the last game, almost won a game for the Hawks. Use of the feet. Scott cannot keep Scott out of the game.
Good return. One bounce to the bowler. Well, at the bowler's end. Scott plays Malteenoes as well. Am I correct? I think he's a Malteenoes player. Yes. So look at those scores. 2, 6, 0, 10. The batter's dismissed. 48 stands out for Akshaya.
Short ball. Gets the treatment. Swizzling nicely. That really is, for me, the shot of the match. Very dismissive shot there, Matthew. Ball on the line of the leg stump. And he just got into position quickly. And
Very good
swung
shot.
around nicely.
Very good shot by Neelan Cadogan. He's an improviser. He plays his shots. He's not afraid to. And that was a good 6.
Advancing. Will not quite get the 6, but it goes bouncing away. So back-to-back boundaries now for Neelan Cadogan.
And you know, John, when you look at T10 cricket, that's what you need at the top of the innings. You need the guys to go after the bowling. 80 for 4 at the end of 8. Akshaya 48, Cadogan 12 from 3 balls. But that's what you need. Joshua Prasad 6, Loknath 2, Williams 10, Ronaldo Ali Mohammed a duck from his first ball. Akshaya 48, 4 4s, 4 6s. Neelan Cadogan doing well with 12 so far. They've got Garfield Benjamin, Caesar, Williams, Torn, and Ramnath to come. They will not be needed probably because Akshaya, the captain, is saying to himself, I've got to bat right through the innings here. If Neelan Cadogan can stay there with him, they can certainly get over 100 with 2 overs left. That run rate is 10. So that projected score is correct, 100. Let's see if they'll get there.
A double strike in his first over for Keon Sinclair. He's back into the attack now. This is over number 9. Akshaya 2 away from a half century. There he goes! That one has wings on it and is traveling all the way to Tutorial High School. Beautiful shot to bring up 50 for Akshaya Prasad. 54 now from 25 deliveries. Quite a knock from the captain of the Demerara Hawks. Just what his side needed.
First half century to him in the Guyana T10 Blast. He needs it, he deserves it. He needed it and he deserves it. And he can get some more, of course.
4 4 5 6s. His first half century of this tournament. And he has joined that elite club I talked about earlier. But he is very capable. He's the type of player that adapts well. Dropped himself down the order today. Loknath was there. Just didn't kick on. Ali Mohammed, nothing from him. Here he is at number 4 and delivering the goods now.
They say don't hide the ball from a man in form. That's a wide. But a good knock from him. Excellent knock. Came out on the attack right away and found his form right away.
Look at that. Moving across his stumps and clipping it nicely. Finding the gap as well. 4 more.
The Lara shot. Shiv Chandrapal plays that. Would have played that a lot too. I saw Chandrapal Hemraj would have played that shot as well. That was lovely. Lovely to watch him. Akshaya 58 now. So they're into the 90s, 91 for 4. That's that current run rate. Good enough. 10.92. Jeet and I talked about it in the first game. You've got to have a rate like 10 per over in a T10 encounter. And then you add to that.
Just wow. Wow, just wow. A ball that was slightly short, Matthew Kisoon. And there he was, quickly into position. Hit him back down towards long on. And sailed away nicely.
Yeah, the straight hit. 62 from 27. 95 for 4. They'll get past that 100. That's what we were saying. They need that. And they're doing well with it so far. But we know that the Pitbulls have got a strong batting lineup as well. So they'll have to fancy their chances here. They've got to bowl well to defend this score.
There he goes again. This one is the best of the lot. That one has cleared the school compound. Big hit from Akshaya.
The 100 coming up. So the 100 coming up in the 9th over. 68 to Akshaya from 28 now. Keon Sinclair hit a wrong here. 2 for 25 from 1.4. 2 sixes and 2 fours with a wide in that over so far. Very expensive indeed. Maybe 58 balls are lost now in tutorial compound, tutorial high school compound.
58 and counting. Who says Akshaya is only for white clothes and red ball?
Good point.
He's
Good
showing
point.
you that his clean hitting, timing as well. 6-4, 6-6s.
It's been a wonderful inning so far.
Swinging again, pulling nicely, and that is another 6. Sending this one into the pavilion. Slight shimmy outside his off stump, and another boundary to him. 3 6s and 2 4s in the over. Keon Sinclair. I'm sure Akshay might be thinking, please come again.
Yeah, I thought Sinclair had a good first over, but it's always the second over that can really make your bowling count in this format.
Down the track by the top edge. Swami takes it. Soft dismissal now, but the damage has been done. 7-4 from 30. Akshay Prasad with 1 over to go in the Hawks innings. I think Matthew Kisoon has done enough to get himself on side into a position. Now they can say that they're a bit more comfortable.
Yeah, 74 from 30. Excellent knock from the captain. He's done his job. Barnwell knows that they've got some runs to chase. And if the Hawks can bowl well at the Pitbulls, they can have them under a lot of pressure. But caught by Leon Swami of the bowling of Keon Sinclair. A nightmare of an over for him, but picking up that wicket with the last delivery would have made him feel a little better, even though the runs have been given away. Look at that.
27 runs and a wicket in the last over. Akshaya, 7 6s and 6 4s. Outstanding innings from him. Look at the other members of that 50 or the half-century club. Barnwell himself, Sampson, Jonathan Fu, all power hitters. Then we saw the stroke makers coming in today in Raymond Perez and now Akshay Prasad. 2 good partnerships. Shaquille Williams and Prasad, 58. And Cadogan and Akshay Prasad also putting on some runs for the 5th wicket. 6 deliveries to go. Past the match soon. You mentioned 110 might be a good score. Now they can build on that with Neil Cadogan still there.
Yes, final over. Christopher Barnwell, the man with all the experience on this belt. So they'll get 1 from the first ball. That's 108 now for 5. That run rate 11.78. So if they get to 120 plus, it will be game on. They've got to pick up some early wickets, especially in the power play period. They lost 3 wickets. The Hawks. Can they pick up 3 or 4 wickets as well in the power play when they hold ball in hand?
2 4s and 2 6s in his first over, Barnwell. But that was when Akshay was at the crease. Final over of the innings.
Yeah, the quicker delivery, Yorker into the leg stump. He handled it well, David Williams. 2 good balls so far. Look at his form. 2, 1, 3, 6 wickets so far in 4 matches. This is his 5th game.
Consistency is the key. Every game he's played and has bowled, he's picked up a wicket, Barnwell.
That's the slow one that Cadogan played before the ball got to him. And that's the thing about Barnwell. He mixes up his deliveries well. He's very smart. He takes a good look at the players. He studies them well. He knows what to bowl to them.
2 singles in the over so far. Sweetly played. Slight misfield. Williams, who's very quick between the wickets, coming back for the second easily.
Good containing over. Final over. Good containing over by Christopher Barnwell. That's where experience counts, John Ramsing. That's where experience counts.
2 deliveries to go. Cadogan trying to get under these deliveries, but just cannot do so. This time he gets under this one. And it's in the air. Scott. Third catch for him. Fourth catch for him. And this time the big one of Neelan Cadogan in the final over. 111 now for 5.
Looking for the 6 on that occasion. Didn't get enough on it. Scotty coming around again. Jeremiah Scott, his 4th catch in this innings. But you've got to give credit to him. His fielding has been good. His catching has been good in the deep. He's a good cricketer. I have some arguments with him now and then. Jeremiah, why aren't you playing a lot more cricket? Well, he says work, of course. But he's a good cricketer.
Averaging less than 1 run per innings. The new batter, Isaiah Thorne.
What a nice find as well for Guyana's cricket in terms of fast bowling. The young man, Isaiah Thorne.
That wrong, never get one more.
Just needs to be managed well so he can play long for Guyana and also eventually play for the West Indies at the highest level. He can bat. He can bat.
Last ball of the innings.
1%, 3%.
Turn, run out. Had to go for the second. Last delivery of the innings. Looking to maximize. So a single to end the innings. It's now 112 for a loss of 7. 10 overs gone.
112 not bad, John. But you look at that Pitbulls batting lineup. Well, they've got to pick up wickets, the Hawks. Their bowlers have got to be spot on. Right? We look back at the innings, 6 to Joshua Prasad, 2 to Loknath. He didn't get going. Shakil 10 from 9. Ali Mohammed a duck. First ball, Akshay Prasad outstanding. 74 from Turte, 6 fours and 7 sixes. Brilliant knock. Look at his strike rate, 246. Outstanding performance from the captain, 112. That sets up a nice game here. Between the two Demerara teams, John Ramsing. Look at the bowling.
Just 3 extras conceded. Swami 2 wickets and Fionn Sinclair 3 wickets, were very expensive in his last over. Barnwell with its experience 1 for 25. Floyd Joseph, Jonathan Rampasad and Junior Sinclair wicketless.
Good bowling effort. Just 3 extras. So that's the end of the innings for the Hawks, the Demerara Hawks. 112 for 8 in their allotted 10 overs. The Pitbulls now need to get 113. We'll take a break. When we come back, let's see how the Pitbulls fare against the bowling of the Hawks.
Beautiful conditions for cricket here at Malteenoes. And the stage is set really for an exciting finish to match number 17 in the Guyana T10 Blast, the inaugural edition, brought to you by the Guyana Cricket Board. 6, 2, 10, no score. And then the batters came to the crease. Akshay Prasad, the captain, 74 from 30. Nilan Kadagan, 15 from 7. And that gives us the scoreboard some respectability. Nothing at the top of the order, but the middle order really coming to the fore. Akshay Prasad, usually at the top of the order, coming at number 4, and delivering the goods once again for his side. Swami, 2 for 18, 3 for 31, expensive in his last over, Keon Sinclair. And Barnwell, the captain, 1 for 25, the wicket takers. 3 extras, 112 for 7. It means now that the Pitbulls, if they're going to regain the top spot, will have to get 113. John Ramsing here, welcoming you back to this coverage alongside Indrajit. Indrajit, conditions remain impeccable for cricket, and the curtains will have to come down on one of these teams, not going over the hurdle, but 113, 10 overs will bring you lots of excitement.
Yes, John, and we are looking forward for that excitement this afternoon. Like you said, great conditions for cricket. That man you're seeing on the screen, Akshaya Prasad half century. That was like a castle in a ghetto. 72 came in when the score was 10 for 2 in the third over, and ensured that they got to a competitive 112 for 7 at the end of that 10. So this morning we witnessed a brilliant match, exciting, came down to the last overs. And if that will set the trend for this next match, we can expect a good reply here by the Pitbulls.
Junior Sinclair, 11, 8, 34 and 1. Had some hard decisions in this tournament, but he's back at the top of the order for his side, the Pitbulls. Ronaldo Ali Mohammed, who had a first ball ducked today with bat. Starting with the ball. Starts with a short delivery.
Hit your legs.
That innings in the Jeet, we've seen Samson tearing into attack. We've seen Jonathan Fu as well going great guns blazing. Earlier today, Raymond Perez. Then, of course, Christopher Barnwell in familiar fashion. Sachin Singh, the other opener, 163 strike rate. But this innings today from Akshay Prasad was all class.
Yes, lots of flair in those shots from Akshaya Prasad. Sachin Singh started off the competition with a naught, then went on to score 34, had some mix innings as well. So he'll be looking forward to come good here today. Of course, he was a spectator when his compatriot Akshaya Prasad went after the bowling. He might want to just copy that.
But I love the momentum. I love the pace of the tournament. We're seeing frequent scores over 100 now. Batters getting into half centuries and plus now. So it goes to show that players have now grown accustomed to the format. Because pretty much we've seen similar conditions, same size ground, good conditions for batting. Not timing it well, but we get a single to get off the mark, Sachin Singh.
Well, he was looking to bisect the mid-on and the mid-wicket out on the boundary area. He actually got it to the right of Akshaya Prasad. Got the single, but the timing wasn't there. Just maybe trying to hit it a little bit too hard. And it's important that they keep their run rate as close as possible to that 11 run per over.
.113 is the target. So that 111 that we're seeing from 56 balls will take some getting, because before today the highest successful run chase was 82. And then we saw the Anacondas rewriting history today.
Yes, they did. Brilliant performance by the Anacondas this morning.
Junior Sinclair hitting down the ground. Rampatab Ramnath takes it one bounce. But that's this tournament in the Jeet. We're seeing big scores. We're seeing brilliant bowling performances and so on. So records will be made, but they're made to be broken.
Yes, of course, I do agree with you. Akshaya Prasad came very close in surpassing that 83 made by Quinton Sampson down at MMZ. Fell short a little. He just got 74. Yesterday, Christopher Barnwell, pugnacious innings of 72. And it's going to be interesting when he comes out into the middle here this afternoon. He's in ripping form.
Three singles in the over. Ronaldo Ali Muhammad going round the wicket to Singh. Not a powerful drive. Cadogan stops it. So not a single. So 4 runs in the opening over in the run chase. 4 without loss. 113 is the target.
And that's a fine opening over sent down by Ronaldo Ali Muhammad. Just 4 runs coming off his bowling. But the good thing for the Pitbulls, they haven't lost a wicket in the opening over. So they will feel that they have watched things happen out in the middle. And surely in the second over here, will be looking to improve that. So, Sinclair, 2 from 3. Sachin Singh, 2 from 3 as well. So they faced equal amount of deliveries, both are on 2.
So we're looking at the most runs in the tournament, but we're looking at also the batters with half centuries. Akshaya Prasad joining that club now, and he's second on the runs, getting a table just behind Sampson. So he's right up there. But what I'm liking about it is that he's not losing his shape. He's not going all guns blazing. He's playing classical cricket shots.
Yes, of course, because you look at the shots he played, over long off, over long on, over mid-wicket. They were perfect shots, kept his balance, calculated risk, and came up trumps at the end. So Richie Loknath opened the batting, did not do much with the bat. Now he's been given a chance to shear the white ball in the second over here. And so far, no wickets under that column for Richie Loknath, having played 3 matches previously. It's a good start here by him, John. Right on target at Sachin in a little bit of bother.
Loknath was actually on the fringe of first class debut. Actually played some list there recently, so coming down now to 10-10. Has to make some adjustments. Maybe a little bit late in making these adjustments. So not quite finding his feet as yet.
This time it's a good single played down towards mid-on and got good support there by Sinclair, who came through for the single.
This will be interesting. The right-handed batter now on strike to Richie Loknath. Loknath prefers the ball to the right-handers. So now it's Sachin Singh is off strike. He'll be looking to take on Junior Sinclair, who is not afraid to play his strokes as well.
Yes, and John, the bowling team will consider themselves doing pretty well. We are still with the requisite 4 overs fielding restriction with 2 men outside the circle, and we are yet to see a boundary hit by either of these 2 players. That will tell you that the Hawks, they are doing pretty well with the ball in their hands. The Pitbulls will have to make all the play.
Run rate rising just a little bit there in the required run rate, that is. It's gone above 12 runs now. It means they're asked to score every ball at least 2 runs to remain in contention.
Yes, and there is where the problems can begin to happen. You feel you have to go hard at the bowling, which they should. You take more risk. You're going to lose wickets in that.
Speaking about the matchups earlier, while Junior Sinclair might have had some difficult decisions against him, this time, no one to blame but himself. A ball that was on the line of his middle stump. He just tried to play across the line, no foot movement, and is bowled clean by Richie Loknath. Gone for 2, 5 for 1 in the second.
Yes, and he castled his man there. We shall surely look at this on the replay. Yeah, beaten and bowled badly there, backing away. Almost a nothing shot here by Junior Sinclair. Bowl Richie Loknath. And certainly that's the wicket to get, just scoring 2 here today. And Loknath has picked up his first wicket in this Guyana T10 Blast. And we all watched the celebration by Richie Loknath. Something had to be inside of his mind. Run all the way almost to the dressing room, and a big shout from him. That will tell you how he enjoyed taking that wicket. That man out there, John Ramsing, Christopher Barnwell. Look at that strike rate, 149.29. Robust innings yesterday of 72. 7 sixes, and all were towering shots.
Before that, 7 and 21. So he was getting his feet dirty. And yesterday, it was pure mud.
Chance for a run out here, wide of the stump. A direct hit. Might have got Sachin Singh there lagging. Took a little while, it was going straight to the fielder. Barnwell's call, and Singh came through. You don't want that to happen. Fortune favored the brave. They got the single.
5 balls for 3, Sachin Singh. His dad is at a venue watching at this game. It's a big battle. The keeper from DCC, batsman at the crease from DCC. Beautifully played. Square of the wicket on the offside. Finds the gap nicely. 4.
A square cover and backward point, had no chance in stopping that at all. They could have only been a spectator as the ball whistled across the ground. Great looking shot by Sachin Singh.
You get the impression he knew what Loknath was going to serve up. He was waiting on the back foot, delayed the shot, and got the rewards.
Yes, the off spinner going away from the left hander. Off the back foot this time, he's hitting down towards extra cover. Ronaldo Ali Muhammad is in the way, can't get past him, but the intent was to get it through the field. 2 overs gone, 10 for the loss of 1.
Quiet start to this run chase. Required run rate. Now we're getting around 13 runs and over. Look at that. 112 for 7 when they batted the Hawks. Pitbulls 10 for 1 in reply so far. Akshay Prasad, 74 from 30. Seemed like a man on a mission today. Neelan Cadogan played a really good hand for 15. Now it's all left to the Denmark Pitbulls. How will they reply? They've lost a wicket very early in the plot, but the captain Barnwell is still there. Sachin Singh, you've seen what he can do already in this tournament. So a good partnership is in front of us. Once these two can get going, I think this run chase can be swallowed up. But should the bowling get on top with Thorne coming into the attack now in the Jeet, it can open up a kettle of worms and the Pitbulls can be in some problems.
Yes, and this matchup between Christopher Barnwell and Isaiah Thorne is mouth-watering indeed. Who will win the battle? Chris knows that his team must maintain 12 runs and over there way below that. You're not going to get too many overs to come at you. There are just 8 overs remaining here. There were 2 shots that Akshaya Prasad played that got him boundaries. I mean, the 6s were brilliant. I enjoyed that one where he stepped onto the back foot and steered it, bisecting the backward point and third man for a boundary. And then a little turn down the leg side. The next delivery, awesome beauty.
If you're looking for some hostility with the ball, Isaiah Thorne is your man. Still has a baby face in the Jeet.
Yes, he's under 19 and he's bowling to a real pitbull in Christopher Barnwell. You look at Isaiah Thorne. Now Johnny's going to run in and bowl hard here at Barnwell, but he has to bowl with some degree of sense here. You don't want to strive for pace and lose your line. You can go for wides and they can capitalize.
We saw Niall Smith earlier working up some pace off a short run. Here's Thorne now from the long run. Leg wide. That could have easily been tickled, but we want to stay off of that line in the jeet. Do not want to be on Christopher Barnwell's leg. Need to come much straighter. Need to go on the off stump, if not milling off.
Yes, has to be careful with that. To my mind, he got away with that one. Nobody down a deep backward square. Once he got the touch, it would have gone screaming away towards the boundary. But I like the look of Isaiah Thorne here. And it's amazing. To me, there's a total transformation of Isaiah Thorne. Watching him at the under-19 level, then representing the Harpy Eagles. He's looking much more mature. He's a strong lad. Good muscles there, just below the buttocks area. There is where fast bowlers get a lot of strength from. They need to land and keep the balance with the left leg. If you're a right-arm fast bowler, he's doing all of that. The rhythm is good. And we're looking at a youngster here who can go all the way.
Not getting the boundaries, but it's important as well to keep the scoreboard ticking. Singles, twos, the odd boundaries will come, but do not want dot balls at all.
And while all that is happening, while you're getting the single, the required run rate has gone above 13 runs and over. So back comes Barnwell in strike. And I think if anybody is going to win this match here for the Pitbulls, it has to be Christopher Barnwell today. He's the man out in the middle with the bat. Sachin Singh is still there too.
The Hawks got some inspiration today by getting 112 on the board. Previously, they've been stuttering with the bat, and they were asking the bowlers to really come and bail them out of these difficult positions. So now the bowlers have something to work with in the jeet, and that's why this game is so interesting, because the Pitbulls, they bat deep as well.
And the bowlers have been very impressive so far. We're in the third over, and they have done well to this point.
Is that the commentator's curse? It goes all along the ground. Beautiful shot to a ball that was overpitched from Thorne, wide outside the line of the off stump. Had to reach for it, but got good connection.
Yes, and with Thorne bowling here, Sachin Singh is just making a little movement towards the leg side and then realize it's a full toss. Then had to stretch. Got enough, gets the boundary.
It's a Labor Day treat here at Malteenoes, but tomorrow in the jeet, tickets for the ICC T20 World Cup will go on sale in Guyana. Physical tickets.
And why have you sold out all the tickets for the final, John?
It's a matter of demand. So it had to be supplied.
And you guys have just left some tickets for the party stand in the semi-finals.
Top edge. The keeper's running around with the gloves. Joshua Prasad takes it. That was not an easy catch at all in the jeet. Look at it. Short delivery. Top edge from Sachin Singh. And there is Joshua Prasad keeping his eyes on it. Had to run back. The helmet was in the way as well, but he's keeping his eyes on it. Look around to make sure no other fielders coming around, and eventually pouched it. Excellent catch. Pitbulls now losing the second. 18 for 2.
Yes, and he had to overcome all the obstacles, like you mentioned, the helmet, and with the swirling wind, and he too swirled a little, and in the end came up trumps as he hit the ground. Brilliant catch by Joshua Prasad to see the eventual dismissal of Sachin Singh. Damian Vantel goes out into the middle, and they've lost the wicket. More pressure here now on the Pitbulls.
See a bright, wide smile on the face of Joshua Prasad still. He has really enjoyed that one. I'm sure he's telling Richie Loknot how difficult it was. But then Richie Loknot said, "You made it look so easy, my friend. Well done."
He's going to be smiling for the entire evening here, especially if they go on to win this game. He will remember that catch as well.
Vantel, another left-hander, has joined Christopher Barnwell. Vantel is another no-nonsense type of batsman, but want to get in before trying to play his big shots. Isaiah Thorne to Vantel. Top edge again, but actually no, it's out of the middle of the bat in the jeet.
John, that was hit with total disrespect, disdainfully. Look at Thorne there. Short delivery, backed away a little, and hammered it. That was not an ordinary hammer. That was a sledgehammer he used.
I don't think he got it in the middle of the bat in the jeet. But the likes of Roger Federer will be very happy with that forearm shot. Straight back over Thorne's head. And 6 runs.
Yes, I hear you. That was an ace indeed.
24 for the loss of 2 in reply to 112 for 7. Singh is not at the crease anymore. Top scorer so far for the Demerara Pitbulls. So it's left up to the captain Barnwell and the rest of the cast now to get the 113 needed for victory. Required run rate still around 13 runs and over as Neelan Cadogan picks up the attack.
Now, once again, you're having one of the fast bowlers challenging Barnwell here at the middle. And that has been a good over for the Pitbulls. They're scoring now at 8 runs and over. The required run rate dropped below 13. 12.71. They need 8 to 9 from 42 balls if they're going to take this one home. And just before Isaiah Thorne bowled that delivery, there was a discussion between Akshaya Prasad and him. I'm just wondering to know what that discussion was all about. I'm talking about the wicket of Sachin Singh that fell. But a short ball came and he lost his wicket. Vantel has brought another dimension to the story out in the middle.
He's one of the underrated batters in this tournament. Plays cricket as well for Tugba Park in Berbice. Plays here at Malteenoes. Dylan Cadogan 2 wickets in the last 2 matches, 1 each. 2 wickets in 4 games for him. Steered away. There's protection. And if you're thinking that Christopher Barnwell is off strike, you can breathe a little bit. In comes Damian Vantel.
Yes, and if we are to go by things we saw with the lone delivery that he faced and smacked it for a maximum, well, then we can safely say that chase is definitely on here this afternoon. And we know Barnwell. He has faced 4 deliveries. He has gotten 3 runs. He can cut loose at any time. Where do you suppose John Cadogan will be bowling to the left-handed Damian Vantel?
A back-of-line delivery was actually deposited behind the bowler. So he may just want to go maybe 5th stump. He actually went a bit wide. And again, given the treatment, Cadogan will not be happy with that one. But Damian Vantel backing himself. Powerful shot again.
And that is exactly what you have to do. Back yourself against the fast bowler onto the back foot here. That was almost like a short-arm jab. And it had the power to go the distance over wide long off. Great shot by the left-handed Damian Vantel.
The Mayday rally ended in the national park, which the ball went in that same direction. So maybe a souvenir for one of their workers across there. Umpire Degard dressed like a Mayday worker who was in the parade line today. red and black. Big appeal going up. And umpire Degar's finger is staying down.
Yes, and look at Cadogan there, walking back to the top of his mark. Almost everybody on the field felt that he took an edge. Well, umpire Gavin Degar said no, he did not.
Well, the bowler went up a bit late. I get the impression the bowler saw when the ball feathered the flap of the pad.
Yes, did nick away at the top of the pad there. That's the sound we heard. That's the sound maybe the fielders heard out in the middle, and they went up with a huge appeal. But that was a delivery pitched up a little bit more.
That's a good delivery. Short, pace on, and angled into the left-handed batter, with Cadogan now going round the wicket. Look out for the Yorker length delivery next. Yorker is still part of the game.
It is a vital component in the bowling armory. You have to get that. It has undone several batsmen across the world in all versions of the cricket. And if you can get them consistent in T10, it's going to be a handful to get away.
I call it, but even a Yorker is dispatched. It was a Yorker, but the bat was actually better. Damien Vantel getting on top of it and stroking it back past the bowler.
Yes, aiming for the Yorker, just falling a little bit too short of what a real Yorker would have been. And Vantel, in a flash, smacked it back past the bowler. He gets the boundary. What a start by Damien Vantel here this afternoon at Malteenoes. 16 from 5. So you want a fight? He's ready for the war.
Finding the gap on the onside, but the chase is on. 2 more. So 2 to end over number 4. It's now 37 for the loss of 2 wickets. And the run rate is not climbing. It's maintained under that 13 runs and over. 37 for 2 in reply to 112 for 7. Vantel 18. Barnwell 3 from 4. Look not 1 for 6. Torn 1 for 13. The bowlers used that took wickets.
Yes, and Cadogan also gone for 13 runs from the first over that he delivered just when the Pitbull wants to implode. And that gives them the opportunity now to take it to the next over. 76 needed from 36 balls. And Vantel is the one taking the fight out in the middle. I'm sure Barnwell will start in a matter of moment.
Maybe Barnwell handing the license now to Vantel for him to have a go. And if Vantel is going to stutter, Barnwell may take over because he's very capable. But Vantel, I'm enjoying this little innings so far, 18 from 6. Strike rate of 300 runs at this stage, or 300, sorry, at this stage. So the current run rate is just above 9, required just under 13. So it's not that out of reach as yet. And with this firepower that the Pitbulls have, they can back themselves to get even 15 runs and over.
Yes, certainly Barnwell and Vantel, they're well within that. I mean, we have seen what they have done here so far. We saw a chase down this morning as well. And it was a good chase by the Anacondas, winning their game. We're seeing another chase here this afternoon. And now Barnwell is going to dispense with the helmet. And there was a thought whether Akshaya Prasad should bowl or whether it's going to be Isaiah Turn. In the end, that discussion goes the way of Akshaya Prasad. He now will be bowling over number 5.
Next up.
So, will this be the over that Chris Barnwell will decide, now is my opportunity to go for the boundaries?
Next up, Leg.
You do not want to leave a lot for the
Go
back
Peko,
end.
you go Peko. Tap
So you
off
want
the
to
good
pace
batting,
the
some
run
brilliant
chase
bowling,
properly.
boy.
Passad will be very,
Oi, excellent start.
will be very high in
excellent start.
confidence
Not
now
that start.
because of that innings he played earlier.
That was a good first delivery, right on target. Barnwell just shuffling across and getting a single through the onside field. And back comes Vantul in strike. Maybe that's the strategy here, that the left-hander will be going for broke, while Barnwell steadies the innings until he feels the time when he can go for all-out attack.
Oh, yeah, right.
He's got to be selective because Akshay Prasad is a very cunning bowler. And he knows what batters want to do to him. There's no ground
Peko.
big enough for that shot. That one has gone sailing into the Crystal Labour College, way down towards Cow Corner. Massive hit.
Yes, and get your GPS out, John. That has gone the distance and even more. What a great shot by the left-handed Vantul. Look at his face. He looks a very, very serious and confident batsman out in the middle there. 24 from 7. That went a long way. Well, they say in countryside parlance, licks has licks back.
So not sure if umpire Nan Kumar Shivsankar signaled twice because of the distance that ball had gone. But maybe he should have. But Barnwell saying to his man, keep going, keep going. Prasad changes line of attack.
2 full pecks, 2 full.
And the ball goes the distance as well. Torn at long on, who's very wide. Had to be just a spectator.
Yes, and 6s and 4s brought up the 50 here for the Pitbulls. 50 for the loss of 2. And it's raining runs now for the Pitbulls at Malteenoes. Very dry, good sunny conditions. Imagine, I never expected this from Vantul. He has come to the party here and he's dancing away to sweet music.
4 sixes and a 4 to him already from the 8 deliveries he has faced.
Get!
He goes again, but the fielder's coming around. Cannot get there. Ramnot. The fastest 50 came off of 14 deliveries. He's still on verge of getting that, Vantul.
Yes, certainly he does. Now, Rampatab Ramnot, that ball spent a long time in the air, but John, he had to come in a long way to get there. Put in the dive. It was never going to reach that ball there. And Vantul survived. That's the wicket they badly needed. Partnership 33 from 11. And Vantul's contribution 31. Yeah, I like this. This is Barnwell's role now. He knows he can burst open like a buttercup flower at any time he wants. But just given the single to Vantul, who has the momentum and who has the confidence.
$15 already from the first 5 deliveries. Is he on the line? Is he on the line?
Well, he's far behind the line there, according to umpire Digyar. He saw that pretty early. Joshua Prasad was confident. Was actually something of the boot there. What was definitely behind the line, John?
I'm
You
not
think
so
otherwise?
sure. Yes, very much so. I'm not so sure about that decision there in the Jeet. But in the end, I'm not the umpire. Umpire Digyar says not out. Prasad finishes his first over. 15 conceded. Halfway stage in the run chase. 52 for 2. Strong reply to that one. 12 for 7.
Yes, 52 for the loss of 2. 5 overs gone. 5 overs remaining here. Who will they turn to? Richie Loknath, 1 over for 6. Turn 1 over for 13. Ronaldo Ali Mohammed, none for 4 from his lone over. As I say, hello and good afternoon once again to Matthew Kisun.
Hi, Jeet. Hello to everyone, viewers all over the world, live streaming on FL Sports. Wonderful company, bringing cricket coverage. to the world at large, thanks to a good team led by John Ramsing. Yes, it's been action in the JIT. Good action. I'm impressed with the effort of Damian Vantel. Actually, threw a 1 from 10. He's hit a couple of sixes, about 4 sixes, I think. And but he hasn't played cricket for a long time, if I can recall. I remember he was studying and so on. But he's back in the fray of things now, and it's good to see him. Those shots were beautiful shots that he played.
Maybe in his curriculum he was studying how to smash sixes as well. Junior Sinclair 2, Sachin Singh 12. Barnwell very quiet, 5 from 6. But this man, Vantel, is roaring out in the middle. He's on 31 from 10.
Yeah, 4 sixes and 1 4. Look at his strike rate, 310. Now that is serious business. Right, and let me be honest with you, Jeet. If the Hawks cannot remove Vantel nor Christopher Barnwell, it's game over quickly. That's how I see it. 52 for 2 from 5.
You never know, Matthew. You add 2 more wickets to that and the game can turn upside down. But so far, so good. I think it's a great advantage to the batting team, the Pitbulls here this afternoon.
Oh, yes, and Richie Loknath picked up that first wicket when he bowled Sinclair. Of course, and then Isaiah Thorne at top edge, not in control of that shot. Sachin Singh, that was a quick one that hustled on and bounced. And he went for the hook. And top edge catch taken. Nice catch taken by Joshua Prasad. So what we have is Thorne now. It looks like will be switched to taken over from the northern end of Malteenoes Sports Club ground here. Brilliant sunshine. Nice little crowd in hand.
Yes.
And it's been good cricket.
Of course.
Very good cricket today. We've got 2 matches on tomorrow. They've got a lot of cricket slated here in this Guyana T10 Blast. Let's watch Thorne. And Barnwell has been very sensible so far. He hasn't gone for the big shots. He needs to play the anchor role more or less because Vantel has been going great guns. And Barnwell has been very sensible, measuring his innings here. Doesn't need to do anything rash. 6 from 7. That run rate is good, 10.26. They need 60 from 29 balls. That's not a problem at all with the likes of Vantel and Barnwell out there in the middle. But the Hawks, they're at the bottom of the table with just 1 point. They badly need a victory. When will it come and who will it be against? Well, they're playing against the Pitbulls. And with Barnwell out there and Vantel, you could imagine what's going on in their camp, how they're thinking, because they've got to remove both of them.
Well, just pulling out of the run there, asking Akshaya Prasad, the skipper might be stopping him there. They're going to have a change in the field, but tomorrow, 2 other big match coming up right here at Malteenoes. Essequibo Jaguars, they'll be taking on the Demerara Hawks, while Berbice Piranhas will come up against Essequibo Anacondas. We look forward for those matches starting at 12 and 2:30.
Right, the Hawks versus the Jaguars at 12. The Piranhas versus the Anacondas at 2:30.
Well, it was a short, quick delivery outside the line of the off stump. Had some pace on it.
And a funny looking shot from Vantel, I must be honest. He sort of backed away a bit and then he was looking to flash it through the offside. And the bat was way inside the line of that delivery.
But a little misjudgment on his part there. But an edge could have gone flying away to the boundary for 4 once it comes off hard with the fast bowler operating.
Isaiah Thorne would have done well for the Harpy Eagles. Swung away. And that's gone. Is it out of the ground?
Yes, it has definitely traveled the distance here of the bat of Vantel. Look at that. Picked it from outside the line of the off stump and over that side screen. It's another massive blow off his bat.
Yes.
No one understand why he took a break from the game.
Yes, his 5th 6 so far in his innings of 37 from 12 balls. I must say that I'm impressed with his innings. I haven't seen Van Tol bat in a while, in a long time. So he's in this tournament and he has looked the part so far, going after Isaiah Thorne.
Yes, 37 from his 12, 1-4, 5 sixes. Look at that strike rate, 308.5. Wheel and come again, Isaiah Thorne. This is big man's cricket. A short was going again there, boy. Can you measure the power behind that shot, Matthew? Or the swing of the bat?
It's intimidatory stuff when you look at it. Van Tol knows that he's facing a young fast bowler with pace. He's got pace. He also knows that at times Isaiah Thorne can be a little bit way off. So he's measuring his innings nicely and he's counter-attacking nicely. He's hit some nice sixes too off Akshaya Prasad. Barnwell played Akshaya Prasad a little bit more respectful because he knows he needs to stay there. So it's good, sensible cricket between the two batters out there.
Yes, and maybe on another day he would have gone under the delivery and go up and over. He chose to flash with the batter. It's all in the mindset out in the middle. Pressurized situation, and those that can hold their nerve right down to the end are the ones who normally will come up trumps.
Almost 12 and over needed now to win the game, 11.78. That's a good one. Good delivery outside the off stump, made a little height as it went through to the keeper. Van Tol couldn't play that. I thought he got himself in a little bit of an awkward position, so he couldn't really play a proper shot there because that ball was a better delivery to him.
Yes, and the cricket has been played in great spirit with those two short lifting deliveries to the left-hander. Broad smile under that helmet from Van Tol. Has to find a way to conquer those short balls. Again, a big swing and a miss. Can be a little bit cheeky playing those shots. Just wait on them. Like I've been saying, get under, swing and a miss. That's 2 dot balls. You just want to get back onto it.
That was a smart delivery there. He actually followed Van Tol, the body language back in a way, and he followed him. So he couldn't really play a shot. He actually cramped him for room to actually play a proper shot. So that was good bowling there by Thorne. He's got one delivery left to complete his 2 overs. 1 for 21 so far.
Yes, and spanked for a 6. He has come back to real well. Yeah, short lifting delivery again. Goes by into the gloves of the keeper. And that's a strategy that worked well in this over for Isaiah Thorne. 6 over gone. 60 for 2. And the required run rate has gone above the 13 mark now. You don't want that to happen at this stage.
That's correct, Jeet. But guess who's out there? Now you look at that bowling. Look at the bowling figure so far. Ali Mohammed done for 4. So he hasn't bowled that badly at all. He's going to come back to bowl his second over now. He also had a nice outing with the Harpy Eagles. All right. Richie Loknath, 1 for 6. Thorne, 1 for 21. His 2 overs are being completed. None for 13 to Cadogan and none for 15 to Akshaya Prasad. He was hit very hard by Van Tol. A couple of 6s off his over.
And there's a question now, can Ronaldo Ali Mohammed string 6 deliveries and do not go for 14, 15 runs and over? That's going to help their cause. On the other hand, can Barnwell counter-attack now to ensure they get that score rate come down lower than the 13 that is required at the moment?
Yes, and it's all about your better bowlers bowling out now because Isaiah Thorne has bowled out. And now Ronaldo Ali Mohammed will bowl his final over. So your better bowlers are bowling out now. That would leave you with 3 overs. And 3 overs at the end has to come from 3 bowlers or maybe 2 bowlers. And if they're not as good as Isaiah Thorne and let's say Ronaldo Ali Mohammed, who would have contained them basically, they're going to be hit. Maybe Barnwell is waiting for that opportunity, both himself and Van Tol.
Well, he's the skipper. He's doing his calculation out in the middle there. And he's just forcing this one away down towards extra cover. Gets only a single. Back comes Van Tol in strike, 37 from 15. No doubt he's eyeing a half century here.
Yeah, I thought Mohammed bowled well in the regional 4-day tournament for the Harpy Eagles as well. He has had some good spells. He's picked up some wickets. He's been a good cricketer in his first outing for the Harpy Eagles. And if he continues to improve, he certainly will be the type of player that Guyana would want to probably hold on to as well. And he's a smart bowler as well. He tends to bowl that little short delivery, that quick one that hustles onto you and so on.
Well, I think he's going to get his work cut out here if he do not pick up this wicket. Van Til is going to go very hard at him. Just a single, so not bad at all. And Van Til comes off strike, getting a single here. Well, here is where Christopher Barnwell might very well have to change his strategy. You don't want to come down to the last 3 overs when you're asked to score 45, 50 runs. Something must happen in this over here right now.
51 in 22 balls, 13.91 the required run rate. Two good deliveries so far, 2 singles only. Good containing bowling there from Ronaldo Ali Mohammed.
Well, sometimes you can look good as a bowler when the batsman is not aggressive enough. But Barnwell has used this strategy to have Van Til there in strike, got a single and give him the strike.
And they probably just want to play him out nicely too, because you've got 3 overs left and someone has got to bowl who would be considered probably the weaker bowler in the side.
Wally has smashed this one again. That's gone high, it's gone hard, it's gone long. Ronaldo Ali Mohammed has been dispatched with pure disdain. Boy, what a shot by Van Til. T10 cricket at its best.
First 6 off of Ali Mohammed, first boundary you'd want to say. He has been good. His first over only cost 4 runs. But in T10 cricket, when you've got to bowl a second over, that's where you can tend to leak a lot of runs.
Well, he started off with just 3 singles in the over. Now being hammered for a maximum 9 runs off this over so far. And I'm sure Van Til will be going after his man again. Akshaya Prasad is going out towards the long on boundary. Oh dear me, I'm suggesting he just can't go further. He'd have definitely gone.
Yeah, he probably needs to go in the school compound there, in the yard.
That short lifting delivery made a lot of height there.
Just keep getting it. Right?
This is going to be the strategy here now, Matthew. Bowl it short and let it lift on Van Til.
And Jeet, you know Mohammed loves to bowl short.
Yes,
deliveries.
of course. Seen him over the years. He loved to pound that
Yes.
pitch, hit it very hard. So a dot delivery. Can he end the over well? Will Van Til end the over with a maximum or a boundary? Certainly 6 sixes and 1 4 so far. And it's amazing the number of 6s that has been smashed in the Guyana T10 Blast.
Just 18 balls he has faced. What a fine knock from Damien Van Til.
Well, that's a short delivery there. And the over has been completed. So the short ball has worked for Ronaldo Ali Mohammed. 7 overs gone, 69 for 2. The required run rate, 14.67. Let's call it 15. I only hope the strategy Barnwell has used does not come back to haunt him. 194 sixes headed by Quinton Sampson. 23, Algu 13, Akshaya Prasad 12, Barnwell himself 9, Hemraj 9, and 184 fours.
Yeah, the 6s have dominated basically. It shows clean hitting. But one must remember also that some of the grounds are small grounds as well, G, but not taking away anything from the batters. They've done well.
Yes, and you look at the Demara Pitbulls partnership, and let's see, Barnwell has just scored 6 from 6. 51 so far. Van Til is the one that has smashed almost everything away.
Yes, 8 from 9 Barnwell. So far, Vantol 44 from 19. Akshaya Prasad, none for 15, will bowl his second over now.
Robbie.
So you look at the quality bowlers that they have in their lineup, and you would see that Ali Mohammed has bowled out, Isaiah Thorne has bowled out. There are your two better bowlers in the side, and now Akshaya's got an over left, and then you've still got Richie Loknath to come with an over as well. So here is where it can get a little bit tricky. If they cannot contain these two hard-hitting batters, they're going to get these runs, but they've got to work hard for these runs.
Barnwell gets a good delivery floated to him, and coming forward, straight back to the bowler, didn't score. And look at that required run rate, keep climbing, it's almost 15 and over.
15.53 actually.
There's a drive, just should be a single here now, Matthew.
Go, go.
So far it's been good cricket that we're watching, but I'm afraid that that run rate above 50 now might cause some problem if wickets begin to tumble at this juncture.
16.13, so it's going up. They need a couple of sixes now to bring that run rate down back. But more so, they need to preserve their wickets as well. If they want to come out with a convincing victory here, they need 43 from 16 balls. But look who's on strike now. It's the left-handed Vantol facing up to the left-hand orthodox spin of Akshaya Prasad. This is where Akshaya's got to be very controlling, very accurate, because Vantol is waiting to put him away.
Yeah, so both are backing themselves, Akshaya Prasad and Vantol. Big swing by Vantol. It's in the air. Thorne is settling under the catch over his head, and that's a maximum. Just got enough power to clear the tall Isaac Thorne for a maximum.
Yes, he got a boundary there. So that's 4.
Well, it hung in the air for a long time as we watch here on the replay. Isaac Thorne, valiant effort, leaping into the air, stretching out those long hands, and never got even a touch onto it. So it just got enough.
Yeah, it was signal 4. It did look like a 6, but it was signal 4. So 48.
Well, we have to go with what the umpire said out in the middle there. From our vantage point and what we're seeing on the screen, I mean, I'm seeing clearly out there that did clear those red flags.
It looked like 6 indeed. It did look like 6. Unless they're having another look at it, we're having another look at it, probably to determine, yes.
That was definitely a maximum. I think here is where the umpire depends heavily on the honesty of the fielder out on the boundary area.
That's true. And I thought the man at backward point then signaled 4 to the umpire, and he reversed the signal from 6 to 4.
How's that?
That's off the pads.
Well, I once told one of my friends, you know, honesty is the best of policy, and he replied to me, dishonesty is best for prosperity.
But also honesty is the only policy, not the best.
Well, you're an insurance man, so I can understand you talking about your policy, Matthew.
Oh, I see.
Barnwell driving. It's not going to... Well, misfield, and it's gone away for 4. That should have been stopped.
Yeah, that's a bad miss there.
That's a big
long
strike.
off.
What should have been 1 turned out to be actually a boundary, giving away 3 runs, trickling through the hand of the fielder. So it's all happening here at Malteenoes.
1 run has turned to 4, so that's 3 extra runs given there. Bad bit of work on the long off boundary there.
But that required run rate, Matthew, maintains 15 and a little bit above that one. So far, Akshaya Prasad, 2 boundaries knocked off in this over. Barnwell is in strike.
Get it to it! Get the ball in!
Good fielding by Isaac, turned down on the mid-wicket boundary. Sends a quick return as well. Just the single to Barnwell. Vantol 48 from 21, Barnwell 14 from 13. 80 for the loss of 2. 8 gone, 33 runs. 16.50 the required run rate. And you look at that worm there, Matthew Kisoon. I'm afraid, will the strategy used by Barnwell eventually work for the Pitbulls? We shall see.
Look, 2 overs are left. He's on strike for the start of over number 9.
Look, at that 20, how much is it? 21 run from the 9th over, and the 10th over, very, very well economical in the scheme of things when you're looking to score about 15, 16 runs and over.
So you've got Neelan Cadogan to come.
Those bars will tell
Right.
the story there.
The scoring rate is not being up to par for the Pitbulls, what they're looking for. But you've got 2 overs to come. Neelan Cadogan to come to bowl now. And then you've probably got Richie Loknath. It depends if they'll bowl him.
Well, will
that
you want
final
to
over.
risk the off spinner at this stage of the game? I'm not too certain, but Neelan Cadogan will be coming towards the southern end of the ground. Did start from the north. And you look at that now. Christopher Barnwell, spin versus pace.
Interesting stats just shown on the screen. But 33 needed in 12 balls. The Cadogan's first over, 13 runs.
The kind of game, the kind of chase that will have both teams feeling that we can win this one here. Barnwell and Vantel out in the middle. Akshaya Prasad marshalling his forces there out in the middle as well. They're asking Cadogan here, the Essequibian and Guyana fast bowler, to give us your best here.
Right, so it's left up to Cadogan to contain
Williams got to come for me.
the big hit in Barnwell with all the experience in the world. Can Cadogan bowl well to him here?
And that's a dot ball. That's the way to bowl it, boy. Right on target there. Barnwell looking for the big shot. More pressure here.
The question is, Jeet, has he looked himself in this innings?
Well, I'm not certain what the plan is. Maybe because Vantel is hitting the ball, Barnwell says, let me give him the opportunity. Many times he looks to give him the single. But 14 from 14, not to Christopher Barnwell, we know.
Not at all. And I think with balls running out now, he knows that he has to pick up he has to press on the accelerator now, because if he had a plan in mind, he'll have to change that plan for sure. He's looking for the big shots, but Neelan Cadogan, that was a good first delivery indeed.
6-2 partnership between these two so far. And Akshaya Prasad just calming things down a little. Not a bad strategy. He's asking his mid-wicket to come further to the right. And he's going to come there. Forward square on the boundary as well. Long off, long on. Bracing that little internal concrete wall. And here is Cadogan. Barnwell is driving with his protection down on the boundary area. A little bit of a misfeel here. That's naughty. The return comes in and allows the 2. David Williams out on the boundary. And this is what pressure can do. You become a little bit nervous. You lose it there a little. You bobble the ball and they get to the 2 runs.
A fumble can make you tumble.
Yes.
They picked up 2 there.
Yes. But not bad at all. This is not going to hurt
But
the Hawks.
But Jeet, for some reason or the other, I'm just thinking that Barnwell hasn't been timing the ball as nicely as
And
he
this
wanted
time he's
to.
banging it through the covers for 4. And just when you feel Barnwell is not timing the ball, that was beautifully timed. And he smacked it for a boundary.
He heard me talking about him. That was a good shot through the covers.
Well, we've been saying that he can open up at any time. Will this be the knock that he needed so that he begins to blossom from here? 20 from 16. They still required 18 runs and over to win here. So let's see what's going to happen.
And Jeet just 2 4s in his knock so far, Barnwell.
Yes.
He's going to open up now. He's going to pick it up now. Look at that.
Short, and this time Williams comes in and sends the return at the right end, the keeper's end. Just a single. One more to the score. So 7 runs off 4 deliveries. Neelan Cadogan will feel he's doing what his skipper is asking him to do.
Making amends for that fumble just now, David Williams, and just ensuring that he only got 1 run. So Vantel comes back into strike now. He needs a half century. It will be a well-deserved one. And it would come in quick time too, because you're talking 21 balls to 48 so far. So you look at that run rate, 19.5, so 26 from 8 balls. 26 from 8 balls.
Yes, Damian Vantel now will be thinking tutorial once again. Cadogan will be thinking LBW, bowl down, cart, run out, whatever the case might be.
Or a dot ball.
Yes, so 3 men out there planning a strategy. What is that strategy? We'll just call it for you. Square cover is going to go down towards the backward point. There's a short extra cover there. That's dangerous. Well, they have to ensure that only 5 men are outside of that 30-yard circle. So the boundary riders, they will decide where are those going to be. Isaiah Turn is going to be pushed towards his left, down at square leg. And Akshaya Prasad himself down at straight mid-on.
26 they need from 8 balls.
Can they get it? And I know the spectators will be fiddling with their fingers here. Short delivery, big swing and a miss. Well bowled, Cadogan once again. A little slower delivery there. And 22.29 with 7 deliveries remaining. 26 is needed.
The cat and mouse game is on here. He missed that one. Looking for that half century. He's got to face 1 ball from Cadogan to complete his spell, none for 20 so far. Good in the context of the game from Neil and Cadogan.
Yes. And irregardless of what happened out in the middle, if they do not get a maximum now, that's serious pressure in the last over to win the game. Who will be bowling the last over? I'm not too certain, but there's a final delivery coming up. Just 7 runs scored off this over. That's short, and that's going to be protected by the fielder down in the boundary. Bubbles it a little. They're coming back for the second. The return comes in. A wayward one, a stiffer return. Would have had Vantel in some trouble. But the over's been completed, 9 gone. They need 24 from 6 balls. They're 89 for 2.
He gets us 50 from 23 deliveries. Good knock from the young man, the left-hander. He set up a nice game here, but 24 in 6 balls. It's going to be very difficult. They've got to hit sheer sixes or
Two
sheer
fours,
boundaries.
2 4s and 6 6s of 23 for that 50. Well played, Damian Vantel. A fine knock from him, and he has joined those who have gone on to the 50 club. Jonathan Flew, Alex Algu is in that one, Christopher Barnwell himself. Today we saw a fine knock of 74 from Akshaya Prasad. So that club is beginning to look a little bit richer. Well, 24 from 6 balls. As an insurance man, coming up tomorrow, Demerara Hawks at 12 p.m. against the Jaguars, and Berbice Piranhas at 2:30 p.m. over the Essequibo Anacondas right here at Malteenoes.
Yes, action galore in this Guyana T10 Blast. And then we've got now Richie Loknath, who I did tell you will bowl that last over.
Big challenge for the off spinner.
Very big challenge. I think I recall the game where they said he hit himself from bowling to Christopher Barnwell in a match. I think it was a DCC.
We saw that match. We were there. I'm not too certain if he hit himself. It might be other reasons, Matthew. Don't be so
He
hard.
just didn't bowl. And Barnwell was batting, of course.
Yes. Barnwell, that was a canter of a knock.
Oh, yes.
Today, 21 from 17. Well, whether it was in the plan or something wrong with him, we are not certain. But this is not the Chris Barnwell that we know.
Yeah, that's true. I just thought that he could have had more runs on this belt, maybe at least about 30 plus, maybe 33, 34 runs, maybe with the same 17 balls. But we haven't seen that, and now a lot of pressure to get sheer boundaries from every delivery.
Yes,
And
well, the skipper of the Pitbull deliver when they needed him the most. 24 required from 6 deliveries. And the off spin of the Hawk in the form of Richie Loknot is going to be seriously put the test here. Left alone outside the line of the off stump. Oh no, what kind of shot is that from Barnwell? The umpire is saying that's not a wide. We shall look at that one. Absolutely so. Why was it that Barnwell wasn't playing a shot? Can't understand that. This Pitbull is limping at the moment.
It's simply smart cricket because that was a legal delivery.
And this time it's a wide. Just floating it outside the line of the off stump. I'm still wondering to know, even though if it's a wide, Barnwell should have gone hard at it if he connected. That would have gone.
I think he needs to bowl a quicker one on his pads. If he can bowl a very quick one on his pads, that will be good.
Let's see. And he's swinging! He's swinging for the skies! Bang! On top of the roof where we are. That's a maximum. They needed that one. And he delivered. Well, one of the spectators and supporters for the Pitbull is shouting behind of us, "Hold your shape, Bull." And he's, well, I tell you, he's the real deal. The Pitbull here was a little bit on the calmer side of things. Maybe sniffing some blood at the moment.
Unlike their nature, the Pitbull is very aggressive. The Pitbull is very,
and
ferocious.
And you can almost hear Barnwell is saying, "Feed the Pitbull more." Let's see what's he going to do with this one. Left alone, another wide. This will surely help the cause. 8 runs coming. Still 4 deliveries to be bowled. Well, maybe 97 for the loss of 2. They still need 16. Take away 6 from that. That's gone. Magnificent shot over mid-wicket. That's a maximum. And the Pitbull is roaring, Matthew.
I'm smiling broadly because this is what Barnwell wanted to do to Loknath maybe a long time ago.
And we were asking the question as the 100 comes up, 103 for the loss of 2. Will they allow the off spinner to bowl the final over? Well, they have decided he's going to bowl it. And now you're seeing panic out in the middle there. Akshaya Prasad, fingers on jaw. They're telling Richie Loknath how to bowl, what to bowl. These are difficult times.
They all had their turn, and they didn't do that badly, to be honest. I'm not sure I would have left the last over for Richie Loknath. I have to be honest with you, because this is where Barnwell, you see the best of Christopher Barnwell coming down to the end of an innings, and he's going to launch into Richie Loknath. I think maybe Richie Loknath should change his line. He should come over the wicket. He's bowling around the wicket to Christopher Barnwell. I'd probably bowl over the wicket to him and try to slant the ball into him.
Well, maybe they have heard you. He might very well do that. You'll never know, but he's a right arm off spinner, spinning into the burly right-handed batsman. If you don't pitch, you're going to disappear.
He's quickly changed the equation to 2 4s and 2 6s so far.
Yes. So, let's see what's going to happen with this delivery. It could very well decide what's going to happen in this outcome here this afternoon at Malteenoes.
And he's still bowling around the wicket.
He's going again after him. And oh my God, misfield on the boundary there. And that's gone away for 4. Should have got his entire body behind of it, David Williams. And allowing the boundary. Had enough time, look at this one here, to get behind the delivery. He didn't get behind of it, got the bounce, and it leaked for 4. Well. Call the plumbers. It's leaking here. Fix the pipe. You can't afford to let precious water leak out of the system, Matthew.
The fat lady has started to sing already.
89 partnership from 41 balls. Vantul 50 from 23. Barnwell picking up steam here this afternoon. 107 for 2. They need 6 more to win from 2 balls. And that's a dot delivery. Well bowled, Richie Loknot. When his team wanted him to deliver, he delivered. What more can we ask for? One ball.
You don't gamble in the Jeet. Where is your money? Where is your money with the
My
last
money is
ball?
on the batting team.
The batting side.
Yes.
All right. I'll go the opposite. You go with the batting side, I go with the bowling side. My money is on
Well,
the
let's
bowling
see
side.
what's going to happen out in the middle. I still have faith in Barnwell. I still have faith also in the bowler Richie Loknot. May the best man win this afternoon.
That's why you've got to feel well. Just now, David Williams gave away 3 extra runs. They would have had to get 9 now from the last ball because that should have been 1 run only in the Jeet.
Yeah, so we are going to look at the field. There is a backward point. We have third man. We have a backward square. There's also forward square on the boundary, mid-wicket, long on, long off. Here is Richie Loknot, the off spinner. He comes in, bowls to Barnwell. That's a wide. Outside the line of the off stump. Another equation to the story. They're looking for 5 from 1 ball. They still have to hit a 6 if they're going to win this one. The last thing Loknot will want to do, Matthew, is to bowl another wide.
Not what Akshaya Prasad would have wanted at all from Richie Loknot here. He's going to try once more. He's got to bowl that delivery all over again. And they only need 5 now.
So the bull, the pit bull, Christopher Barnwell, very steady at the crease. And here is Richie Loknot once again. He has a date with destiny. This very delivery comes in. Barnwell is swinging. That's in the air. The catch is taken. He's gone. Christopher Barnwell has gone. And a 4-run victory here for the Hawks. Congratulations to them. What a match. What celebration out in the middle. That supporter has took the short away, and you can see him punching down Shaquille Williams. Boy, I tell you, they have snatched a victory out of the jaws of defeat here this afternoon. Congratulations to the Hawks at the bottom of the table. The gods have smiled with them, and they have brought off a stunning victory here at Malteenoes.
2 valuable points to the Hawks who are at the bottom. Look at that catch taken on the boundary there. And
that was the guy who missed field, allow a boundary, and now he redeemed himself.
but great cricket at the end of the day. Two valuable points for the Hawks. They move up to 3 points now. They need more points, but to come out with a win against a top team, very important. When you look at the scorecard, 2 for Sinclair, Sachin Singh 12, Christopher Barnwell 37 from 23 deliveries. The Hawks coming out with a fantastic victory. They win by 4 runs. At the end of the 10 overs, 108 for the loss of 3 with 7 extras. And you look at Ricardo Ali Mohammed, none for 13, 2 for 25 for Richie Loknot, who picked up Barnwell's wicket at the end there. So a fantastic victory in the Jeet for the Hawks. A lot of confidence going for them at this stage.
Yes, and the points table, the Anacondas, they are way ahead on 10. 7 in second, Demerara Pitbulls, and tied for 5 points each. The Caimans and the Jaguars, 4 to Piranhas. And it's good to see the Hawks registering their first victory. They are still at the bottom of the table with 3 points. Action will turn on to tomorrow, right here once again. Essequibo Jaguars, they will be playing the Demerara Hawks, while the Piranhas take on Essequibo Anacondas. On behalf of the entire commentary team, this is In the Jeet saying goodbye from Malteenoes until tomorrow.